it's possible to focus on the hips since I'm the only one here.
Yeah, totally. Totally. We can stay in half pigeon and double pigeon. I'll leave more time for that. Yeah, totally. So go ahead and start in child's pose. Knees spread wide, big toes come to touch. Stretch your fingers long out in front of you. Press your forehead into the earth. Maybe this is your first child's pose for the day. Start to settle into how you feel on your mat today. Begin to come into your breath. Slow, steady movements. Full breath in and full breath out. Begin to cultivate your Ujjayi breath by breathing in fully into your ribs and slightly constrict the back of your throat as you exhale through your nose. That audible oceanic sound will warm you from within as we begin this practice of movement and breath today here on your mat. Full breath in and a complete breath out. Change is in the air. Just as the world around us changes and evolves, so do the circumstances and situations in our lives. We live in a universe that is alive, vibrant, and constantly evolving. Change is the way of nature, the universe, and the divine move through us in each period of our lives and into destiny. We are led to our next lesson, our next adventure. There's no need to deny change, to fear it, or fight against it. Change is inevitable. Just as the earth is constantly in motion and transformation, so are we. So listen to your body tonight as you move. You know your edge. You know how far you can go. And honor where you are on your mat today. Slowly make your way into downward facing dog. Root down through your first finger and thumb knuckle on the mat. Grip the mat as if you could tear it apart with your hands. Send energy down the heels of each foot. Imagine they could reach the earth. Engage your hamstrings. Take full, steady breaths into your back body. And full, slow exhales. Big breath in and a full breath out. Slowly walk your feet to your hands and come into ragdoll, feet hips width distance apart. Clasp opposite elbows with opposite hands. Shake your head yes, maybe no. Root down through the heel of both feet and the toe ball mound of each foot. Engage all of the muscles of your legs as you pull into your midline. Hug your skin to your muscles, to your bones. And breathe. Full breath in and complete breath out. Catch your hips with your hands and come to stand with hands at heart center. We'll begin class with just one Om. Full breath in. Om. Drop your hands down by your sides. Inhale, raise your arms high, strong, and straight towards the ceiling. Bright fingers. Imagine you were squeezing a beach ball in between your arms as you breathe in and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Shift your weight forward over your tippy toes to low plank, upward facing dog. Press the mat away from you, untuck your toes. Beautiful. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. We'll move through the few sun salutations to get warmed up. Full breath in and empty. Inhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or jump towards the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root down through the soles of both feet and root to rise. Reach your fingers high towards the ceiling. Full inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra, yogi's choice, heart charging towards the front of the room. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in and full breath out. Fill up and then empty. 2 more just like that. Big inhale and let something go. Big breath in, full breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or jump towards the front of your mat. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Last sun A, root to rise, root down through the soles of your feet. Reach your fingertips high towards the ceiling. Expand out through your side bodies as you stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and complete breath out. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Full breath in. Beautiful. Full breath out. In and empty. Inhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or jump to the front of your mat and take chair pose. Squeeze everything into the midline, big toes come to touch. Hug everything in, fingers reaching towards the sky, shoulder blades down your back. Full breath in and a full breath out. 1 more big inhale and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra, charge your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and complete breath out. Fill up and then empty. Right foot steps forward, left heel plants, warrior 1. Right foot, yes, squeeze everything into the midline. Plant your left heel on the earth behind you, yes. Send your right hip to the back of the room, your left hip forward. Right, yes, beautiful. Knee towards your pinky toe, bright fingers reaching towards the sky. Full breath in and ride your exhale down to the mat. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Left foot steps forward to your left thumb. Right heel plants, warrior 1. Breath in and breath out. Send your right hip forward, pull back on your left hip to square them to the front of the room. Beautiful, nice adjustment. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Inhale fully and exhale completely. Inhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or jump to the front of your mat. Take chair pose, feet together, feet touching. Squeeze everything into the midline as you sit down into the little tiny chair. Fingers reaching towards the sky. Full breath in. Sit 1 inch deeper. You've got this. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, press the mat away from you. Exhale, hips carry you back, downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Right foot steps forward, left heel plants, warrior one. Rise your inhale, 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 and open up to warrior two. Yes, beautiful. Send your gaze out over your right middle finger on something that's not moving. Shift your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Slow, steady breath. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and complete breath out. Big inhale, full exhale. Left foot steps forward, right heel plants, warrior one. Set it up, rise up, inhale, inhale, inhale. Open up to warrior two. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Set your gaze over your left middle finger. Shoulder blades slide down your back. Slow, beautiful, steady breath. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, press the earth away from you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Inhale and exhale. Right foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Come high with your left heel over your toes. So press down. Crescent lunge is where your heel is high over your back toes. Your back leg is fully engaged. Your right knee is going towards your right pinky toe. I need to take a longer stance. Pull back on your right hip to send your left hip forward, and you're squeezing everything into the midline. Arms reach towards the ceiling. Stomp down through your right heel. Kick out through the heel of your left foot to fully engage that leg. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Good work. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Left foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Set it up. Heel high over your right toes. So press your heel, yes. Fully engage your back leg. Stomp down through your left heel. Fingers reaching out, squeeze them in towards one another. Engage everything, full, beautiful breath. Take another big inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Up dog or cobra, yogi's choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath. Exhale. Raise your right leg high, strong, and straight behind you with a firm flexed foot. Kick out through your heel, so flex your foot, yes. Press, imagine you could kick my hand with your heel. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Yeah, stack your hips. So bring your right hip up and over your left. Oh. Yeah. And you'll feel this, yes. You'll shift the weight into your shoulders so that they're square towards the earth because the tendency is to dip, yes. Join your feet at the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. Kick your left leg up high, strong, and straight behind you with a firm flexed foot. Lift from the inseam of your shorts to square your hips towards the mat. Yes. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Bend your knees, stack your hips, open up towards the door that we don't use anymore. Full breath in. Full breath out. Join your feet to the back of the mat and downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Take another big breath in. Let it go. Inhale, bend your knees. Step, hop, or jump towards the front of your mat. Catch your hips with your hands and slowly come to stand. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to work into Galabasana. This is definitely a hip pose. So you're going to stomp down through the sole of your right foot. Bring a slight bend to your knee. Bring your left ankle up and over your right thigh. And the challenge here is as you lean forward, I like to use blocks because my hips are tight. You'll sit down into a little chair, and the goal is to keep your hips in line with one another. The left leg wants to dip, so as you lean forward, it's a challenge to keep that left hip up because it wants to sag. As you engage, the blocks come in handy, and you'll feel that in your left hip flexor. Flex your foot strongly on your left foot. Yes, press down through the sole of your right foot. Full, slow, steady breath. Take another big breath in. Slowly come to stand and place both feet on the earth. Nice control. And set it up for the other side. So press down through the sole of your left foot. Create that figure 4. You may feel this in your hamstring. You can start out with hands at heart center. Slowly work them down to the earth of the blocks. Full breath in and full breath out. Take another big inhale. Full exhale. Slowly come to stand. Join both feet on the earth. Root down through the sole of your right foot. Hug your left knee into your chest. We'll do extended leg raise out to the side. And then back to center. Kick your left leg out behind you, arms down by your side for airplane. Send your gaze out in front of you, firm flexed foot. Bring your hands to heart center. Lower your right hand down to the earth or a block and transition into half moon. I'll give you a stomp down through the sole of your right foot. Yep, block right underneath. Bring your block a little further out in front of you. Yeah. And stomp down through your right foot. Stack your left hip up and over. Kick out through your left heel. Flex that foot. You'll feel it in your hip flexor and on your right inner thigh. Full breath in. Full breath out. Slowly bring your left leg down to the earth. Come to stand. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Extended leg raise on the left side. So hug your right knee into your chest. Extend it out to the right. Bring it back to center. Kick it back behind you for airplane. Send your gaze out in front of you. Imagine you were pressing into my hands. Press into my hands. It'll give you some lift in your chest. Kick your right leg out. Yes, you can lift it higher. You're stronger than you're letting on. Take a full, slow, steady breath in. A slow breath out. Bring your hands back to heart center. Left hand down to the earth. Set up for half moon. Stomp down through the sole of your left foot. Flex your right foot strong behind you. Stack your right hip up and over your left. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Take a full breath in. A slow breath out. One more big inhale. Slowly join your feet back on the mat and come to stand. Take a big breath in. A full breath out. Inhale, raise your arms high, strong and straight towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and complete breath out. Big inhale and full exhale. Right foot steps forward, left heel plants, warrior one. Ride your inhale, inhale, inhale. Open up to warrior two. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Stomp down through your right foot like it were a gas pedal, but keep a micro bend in your right knee as you straighten your leg. Shift your right fingers towards the front of the room as far as you can go. And when you can't shift any further, bring your fingertips down to the earth or a block on the outside of your ankle. Send your gaze up towards your left fingers. Slow, steady breath. Full inhale. Full exhale. Left fingertips bring you back up to standing. Shift both toes to face the door that we don't use. And you're going to send energy out the knife's edge of both feet as you catch your hips with your hands and come into a wide angle forward fold. As you press out through both legs, you will feel that in your hamstrings, potentially in your hip flexors. Walk your fingertips in line with your feet. Maybe you find some movement from side to side. Keep breathing, slow, steady breath. Full inhale and full exhale. Big breath in and full breath out. Walk your fingertips out underneath your shoulders for a halfway lift. Catch your hips with your hands and come to stand. Shift your right toes towards the front of the mat. Hop your left foot in enough so that you can square your hips to the front of the room. Imagine they were headlights so they're facing forward. You may take a shorter stance. Bring that back leg in a little bit and bring your toes a little bit more to like 11 o'clock. Yes, so your hips are squared. You're going to engage both legs. Keep a soft bent knee, so don't lock out your joints. And as you square your hips, pull your right hip back, your left hip's gonna come forward. Long spine, send your chin out over your toes. Bring your fingertips down to the blocks, potentially, most likely. This is my hamstring says hello. Squeeze your legs in towards one another. Send your nose towards your right pinky toes. Full breath. With each exhale, maybe it gets closer. Engage your legs from your toes to your hips. You will feel this everywhere. Slow, steady breath. Take a little bit shorter stance so that this heel is firmly on the ground. Yes. Full breath. One more big inhale. Place your left hand with that block about 2 inches to the right. Bring it a little bit further in, yes, and keep that hand where it is. And then raise your right arm towards the ceiling for twisting triangle. Yeah, there you go. Slow, steady breath. One more big breath in. Both hands down to the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, press the earth away from you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Now you kind of know where we're going because we're going to do all of that on the other side. Left foot steps forward, right heel plants, warrior one. Set up your foundation and inhale, inhale, inhale. Open up to warrior two. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Stomp down through your foot like it's a gas pedal. Straighten that left leg, but keep a baby bend in the knee. Left fingers come towards the front of the room until they can't come any further. Then they can either come down to the block or the earth. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Inhale and exhale. Big breath in. Let something go. Right fingertips bring you up to standing. Yep, so you imagine that your right fingertips will bring it so that it's not all heavy. So your fingertips bring you up. Shift your left toes towards the chakra wall and come into a wide angle forward fold facing this way. So both toes towards the long edge of your mat. Engage the knife's edge of both legs. Squeeze everything in, skin to muscle to bone. Send your chin out towards the wall. Bring your fingertips down to the earth or blocks. Like I'm sore. Full, slow, steady breaths. Maybe you walk your fingers in line with your toes. Maybe you shift from side to side to see how your hips feel this evening. Full, slow, steady breath. Big inhales and full exhales. Catch your hips with your hands. Come to stand. Shift your left toes towards the short edge of your mat. Hop that right foot in a couple of hops to square your hips towards the front of the room to take pyramid. So right foot, think railroad tracks rather than you're kind of on a tightrope. So bring this right foot further out like this. But give yourself more space so you can square your hips because your hips are wider than you think. And toes more like 1 o'clock. You're at 3 o'clock. So yeah. A little more. Yeah. And stomp down through that left foot. Fully engage your right leg. I would give yourself more space. Bring your right foot out here. And then, yes, that's better. Engage your legs. Square your hips towards the front of the room. Send your fingers out towards the fireplace. Imagine you're doing a forward fold, so stretch forward the long cervical spine. When you can't stretch any further, bring your fingertips down to the earth or the blocks. Engage both legs, squeeze everything in. Full, I feel the same thing. Slow, steady breath. Breathe into where the sensation is coming from. Full inhale. Full exhale. Leave your right hand where it is. Raise your left fingers up towards the ceiling for twisting triangle. Full, slow, steady breath. Take one more big breath in. Let it go. Inhale. And then hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe walk out your dog, shift your weight from one heel to the other. See how your hips and hamstrings feel after that. Take a full, slow, steady breath in and a slow, steady breath out. Big inhale and full exhale. Shift your weight forward into high plank and lower down on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your favorite ear on the earth. No, stay flat. I'm taking you out of a vinyasa for now. We're going to work on floor bow and locust. So arms down by your side with palms facing the earth. Full breath in and full breath out. Squeeze your two legs into one, zip them together, and on your next inhale, lift your hands and feet up off the earth with the strength of your back body. Full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Get 1 inch higher with your next breath in. You got this. And slowly on your exhale, release. Take a full inhale and a complete exhale. And set up for locust second set. So raise up, just exactly what you did. You pick up where you left off, squeeze everything in. Stay for your exhale. Get 1 inch higher with your breath in. Yes. And slowly release. Take a full inhale and a complete exhale. Bend your knees and grab your feet with your hands. Yep, the tops of your feet are your ankles. And on your next inhale, kick your feet into your hands and resist with your hands as you rise up in this heart opener. Take a full breath in. And again, stay for the exhale. Maybe you find some movement as you begin to rock with your inhales. You get higher off the earth. Full exhale. 1 more big breath in. And slowly release. You can windshield wipe your legs from side to side. That feels good after floor bow. Full breath in. Steady breath out. Second set. Grab your feet. Pick up where you left off and come on up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Get 2 inches higher this time with your next big breath in. You've got more in you than your brain is letting you do. Full breath in, yes. 1 more breath out. Slowly release. Windshield wiper your legs. Inhale fully. And exhale completely. Big inhale. And full exhale. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and push the earth away from you into upward facing dog. Full breath in and shift back into your hips over your heels to set up for camel. I'm just going to pull one of these out so I can demonstrate. So camel, toes tucked or untucked. Your heels are closer if your toes are tucked. You're going to send your hips towards the front of the room. It's going to fully engage your core. Place your hands at the small of your back, shoulder blades down your spine, collarbone spreading east and west. You're going to tuck your chin in as you send your hips towards the front of the room, and your gaze is going to go up towards the ceiling. Full, slow, steady breath. Maybe you reach back and grab one heel. Maybe you reach back and grab the other. Keep breathing. Take a big inhale. Slowly come out of camel, untuck your toes, and sit back on your heels. Big breath in, and a full breath out. Go ahead and kick your feet out in front of you and come onto your back for bridge. So knees bent, soles of the feet directly on the earth. Feet as close as, you just need to graze your heels with your middle fingers. So your heels are close enough so that you can just barely touch them with your middle fingers. Yeah. Bring your arms high towards the ceiling. Plug your shoulders back into their sockets. Feel them come into contact with the earth. Bend your elbows, place your elbows down by your ribs, press them firmly into the earth. Send your hips up towards the sky. Clasp your hands underneath the small of your back. Press everything underneath you into the earth to send your hips higher. Full, slow, steady breath. And slowly release. Big breath in. Full breath out. We're going to do reclined half pigeon. So stay just like you are. Bring your right leg up and over your left. So your ankle is on the outside of your knee. Firmly flex your foot. Your right foot is firmly flexed. And take both hands behind your left leg and clasp them behind the knee. Flex your left foot and use your elbow to press into your right thigh, and you'll feel that in your right hip and hamstring and your IT band. Breathe. Slowly unwind, place your left foot on the earth, your right foot, switch legs, left leg on top, flex that foot, strong, strong, strong. Clasp your fingers behind your right knee. Firmly flex your right foot as well and use your elbow to press into your thigh to open your left hip. You definitely feel that all around the hip socket. Keep breathing. Slowly release. Bring both feet to the earth and slowly roll your way over into downward facing dog. Walk your dog, shift your weight from foot to foot, heel to heel. Extend your right leg behind you, high, strong, and straight with that firm, flexed foot. Bend your knees, stack your hips, open up towards the chakra wall, and bring your right knee to your right wrist. And come into half pigeon, knee to the earth. Yes. Yes. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Maybe you'd like to place your forehead on a block, whatever allows you to relax as much as you can into this hip opener. Firm, steady breath. With each exhale, you feel your muscles learn that it's okay and they can begin to relax. Slowly walk your fingertips back up onto the mat. Tuck your left toes. Yep, and you're going to press your way into downward facing dog. Kick your right leg high, strong and straight behind you as the blood comes back into your body. Join your feet at the back of the mat for down dog. Extend your left leg high, strong and straight. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Send your left knee towards your left wrist to come into half pigeon on the left side. Walk your fingertips out on the mat in front of you. This might make it a little bit easier to bring the earth closer to you. Slow, steady breath. These are the slowest breaths of class. So breathe in for a count of 5 and out for a count of 5. Any sensation that arises, just acknowledge it, send it on its way. Breathe into where you're feeling whatever you're feeling. And know that this is not permanent. This is a momentary thing that will also pass. Slowly walk your fingertips back up onto the mat. Swing your right leg around in front, and we're going to come into double pigeon. So double pigeon, you bring your right leg on the bottom, left leg on top. If your hips are really tight, maybe you find yourself here. Flex both feet strongly to protect your knee joints. You will definitely feel this in your hip flexors as you relax into it. Breathe into where you're feeling it. Bring your foot on the outside of your knee, that top foot. Yeah. And then bring your bottom foot out a little bit more so that your shins, imagine you could stack your shins like fire logs and just breathe. Just breathe. People that do a lot of running or cycling, this is where you feel it, is in double pigeon. Switch the leg that's on top to be on the bottom. Flex both feet strong. Imagine you're kicking out of your heels to firmly engage all your legs so that your muscles are engaged while you're stretching them so that you can actually stretch the muscle, like I said, not the attachment point. Slow, steady breath. Gently unwind, extend both feet out long in front of you. Clear the flesh away from your sits bones if you need to ground down into the earth. Press your heels into the earth and you'll have a little baby bend in your knees. So firmly engage your legs from your hips to your feet and slowly walk your fingertips forward. Maybe this is as far as you go. Your hamstring says hi. Full breath. Slowly come back up to seated and open your legs wide to the door facing Nebraska. Ooh, hip flexors. Mine tend to do a quick cramp when I get into this pose. Press your heels into the earth. That cramp will pass. Flex your feet. And sit up tall. Keep your toes pointing towards the ceiling. They want to roll in. So press your heels down, toes towards the sky, and you'll feel this right in here or in your hamstrings, my right hamstring saying hi. Slowly walk your fingertips forward until you find your edge, wherever that is. I've seen people put their face on the ground. I don't know how, but I've seen it happen. Keep breathing. Slowly bring your feet towards one another. And I'm going to try and figure out how to transition you into frog. Have you heard of frog? It's a huge hip opener. I'm going to take a mat for this one and I'll demonstrate first. You're going to want to probably fold the edges of your mat up so that there's more cushioning on your knees. And if you imagine what it looks like to see a frog laying on the ground with its little legs out, that's kind of what you're going to do. I like to take a block underneath my torso because this is a big hip opener. So your knees are going to be in line with your ankles, right? And your knees are also in line with your hips. So you've got 90 degrees here, like a frog, right? And this block underneath your torso will allow you to kind of relax into it. And I would say relax into it kind of with bunny quotes because this is a big hip opener. I tend to push the earth away from me a little bit, like push back with my hands, and you will feel that in your inner thighs, that hip flexor that's in your inner thigh, I don't know what it's called. I should, but I don't. And just breathe. Slow, steady breath. Slow, steady breath. Maybe you find you can lower the block if it was on a higher setting. And the longer you stay here, you'll notice you'll get closer to the ground. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Your body fights it at first. And it's so easy to fidget and want to come out of it. And just stay and breathe. And to make your way out of frog, you'll remove the block and you'll crawl your way forward, slowly to come out of it. Extend your legs out long. And slowly make your way to a seated position on your mat. Let's see here, I'm going to demonstrate this one too. They called it longhorns when I was in Austin. Yeah. So lay on your back and cross your legs so that your feet stick out with flexed feet like this, right? Like so. And then grab a hold of the outside edges of your feet. And as you kick your feet into your hands, zing, you feel it in your outer hips. Maybe you pull back on your feet a little bit as you're kicking into your hands. Slow, steady breath. I definitely feel that in my outer hip flexors on both legs. Slowly release. Switch whichever leg was on top to be on the bottom. Clasp your feet with your hands and kick your feet into your hands so your legs are engaged. They're not just you could just hang out and pull back on your feet, but if you engage the muscles of your legs and kick into your hands and then pull back, it's a much different stretch. Slowly release. Take happy baby. So bend both knees, flex your feet towards the ceiling, grab the outside edges of your feet, and press your tailbone into the earth. Imagine you could kick your feet towards the ceiling. So you're kicking your feet into your hands, and as you pull back, this is also a hip opener. You'll find some movement from side to side. Press your head into the earth, press your tailbone into the earth. It's interesting to try a half happy baby. So pull your right knee into your elbow as far as it could go and extend your left leg out long. You could place your hand on your hip, right there at the top of your thigh where it joins your hip, to encourage it to stay down as you pull your right knee towards the earth with your hand. And then switch legs. Clasp a hold of the left, send your right leg out long and straight. Encourage it to stay flat as you pull back on your left foot. Take a final happy baby with both feet clasped. Extend your feet out long on the mat, take in a full body stretch, fingers reaching high up above you. Point your toes, flex your feet, point them again. Find the edges of your mat with your heels. Open your arms out by your sides, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, palms open towards the sky. Softly close your eyes. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let your breath return to normal. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to control. There's nothing to change. Just relax into your Shavasana. Slowly begin to bring life back into your body by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Taking a full big breath in. Open your mouth and stick out your tongue. One more full inhale. And again. Taking a full body stretch. Reach your fingers high over your head. Take up space. Bend your knees, place your feet on the earth, slowly roll over to your right hand side. Gently come up to a seated position at the front of your mat with eyes closed and hands at heart center. Honor yourself and give yourself credit for taking time out of your day to do something that is good for you, which allows you to be good to others. We'll close today's class with just one Om. Full inhale. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. The light and love in me bows and honors to the light and love in you. Namaste.